Shalom, Michael. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches his word in all truth and sincerity. And yeah, today I just want to title this lesson, Remember Lot's Wife. Because she was pretty much an example and the result of staying in the world, man. Having some form your heart is still here in this place, man. And the end result of that is going to be you being destroyed, man. Because Yahweh Shema Shai have given us, the blueprint of America. How how the Lord, this place was risen into power, and ultimately to his violent overthrow, man. So since we know those things, what spirit you should be in, matter of fact, let's start off with that in the book of 2 Peter 3, and I start at 2 Peter 3 and 10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up." See? So, as you can see, the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night, man. We don't know the exact day. Certain things going to fully blossom. It's an exact day. It's a certain day where the money actually going to crash. We ain't going to keep talking about it. It's going to be a certain day where martial arts actually going to take place. It's a certain day, a day appointed where that destruction is going to take place, man. We don't know the exact day, but we know we in that season, man. We in that season. It says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved." See? Knowing that pretty much this system is about to be moved out of the way, these cities and shit, just a damn debit card, all this shit is about to be moved out the way. This system as a whole, man. Seeing these things are going to be dissolved. It says, "What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" See, so what manner of person should you should be, man? What spirit you should be in? The spirit of a pilgrim. That paths of a spirit. Pretty much eating in haste. With your shoes laced and the staff in your hand, spiritually, man. Because this is not our rest. This is not we want to. This is matter of fact. Let's get that. Our bed is not here. We're not finna lay our bed here, because this place is destined to be destroyed. So this is Micah 2 and 10. It says, "Arise ye and depart. See, for this is not your rest." And how are we departing? Through the mind. We're departing from this place through the mind. We don't have nothing that sentimental values here, man. Yeah, you probably got family that you care about, but that's not going to stop you from trying to get on those chariots, man. That's not going to stop you from trying to be reserved from these things to come, man. But it said, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." So pretty much don't settle here, man, because pretty much we just passing through. It said, "Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction." So if you pretty much try to make your bed here, you're gonna end up being polluted by the way of these philosophies, these ideologies, these so-called these paths, these way of life, these certain ideas. And ultimately, it's like they're gonna lead to your destruction, and you ultimately going to be destroyed, man. Why? Because you couldn't let it go. You couldn't let this place go, man. And what's it going to lead to? Your destruction. And that's what happened to Lot's wife. She had, Lot was well off. They had a lot of things, and when it was time to give it all up and just, she didn't want that. and she looked back, you know. And the result of that, you being destroyed. So let's get this in the book of St. Luke 17. St. Luke 17. And bear with me. St. Luke 17, and I start at 26. It said, but as in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. See? And that's another time you can look at it, that parallels this modern day as well, man. You know, it says they did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. See? Likewise, also, as it was in the days of Lot. See? It's the same thing. You can get the time of Lot. That was another time period where you can, this time period parallels. You compare the same, these two time periods, and they pretty much the same thing. You know, it said they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built. Yeah, these different cities. You know, they said those neighboring cities, of that same manner. You know, where the freaks come out at night, and whatever else they had going on to have cause those were renowned cities, man. You know, we already know because of those filthy acts. You know. It says, but the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. And that's why also these days a lot, these can be compared to the days of Lot, because fires once again are going to rain down, man. You know? And we know where it's going to rain down. This place, America, especially other parts of the world, but especially here in America, because this is the venue the Lord have chosen to show his power, man. You know, because this whole land is going to be desolate. So knowing that this place is going to be totally destroyed, man, you know, what spirit you should be in. You shouldn't have no sentimental values for this place, man. Anything that, you compromising yourself because something that's in fucking Babylon, man. You know, it said, even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. It said, in that day, he which shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff is in the house, let him not come down to take it away. Yeah, because in this time, we're not living out with no substance, man. Everything here is defiled, man. You know, so when all hell break loose, don't think you finna, when the chariots come, don't think you finna bring your Xbox on the chariot. You know, it says, and he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Why? Because it's going to come a time we're going to have to be as pilgrims, man. You know, because as this system is going, everything is becoming digital. You know, these people, it's about to get marked up. You know, and there's going to be a time where it's going to be an ultimatum. And that bridge is going to be by the way of that chip. Either for you to continue in this society, to have those things that you got and you work for, and for that to continue on, you got to take that chip. You got to come back to the house, You can't, they trying to keep you in the pot of Babylon, man. But it said, when these things take place, don't come back and try to get anything. You just got to go, man. Why? Because all this shit gonna be burned up regardless. It says, remembers Lot's wife. See, remember Lot's wife. Why? Because they had great substance, man. What do you think? When Abraham and Lot's servants got into it, they were arguing about how much shit they had, man. That's the good type of argument. But the point is that they had a lot of substance. And Lot's wife, there was a lot of sentimental value to it. It was hard for her to leave those things, the comfort, and things as such. But it said, remember Lot's wife. Why? Because ultimately she was an example of what happens if you can't leave the world, if you can't break off from this place. Matter of fact, it says, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. See? So ultimately, let's just say when the chip comes and you try to save your life by taking that chip, you still gonna die, man. Somehow you going back to the so-called white man. You turning back to Babylon for relief. You gonna die. You know? It said, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. See? So meaning what? Being as pilgrims. Not giving up your status. You know? You're going to end up being preserved. Why? Because we wholeheartedly trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. You know, but as you can see, that Lot's wife was an example, and she is still here today to show you as a pillar of salt. You know, that when you turn back, you're going to die, man. You know, what it says, matter of fact, is that Luke 9? Let's get that real quick. Luke 9 and, yep, 62. It says, matter of fact, let's see. Matter of fact, I started at 59. I started. Well, let's see. Matter of fact, I just get to the point. Verse 62. I just get to the point. It says, and Yahweh said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. See? So you not fit for the kingdom if you looking back. Because it tells you that this world was created for many, but the world to come for few. See, the world to come in this world was not, it's not a certain person. You know, the Lord created a person, somebody that can enjoy America and enjoy the kingdom of heaven, man. No, you know, you got people on the earth right now that's is here to set up to here die in America. You know, and they will set up to just be here. You know. But you also got particular spirits on the planet Earth right now that's going to be preserved for the world to come. Looking ahead, man. You know? So you look back, you're not fit for the kingdom. Because that means some is still pulling you, is holding you back here in Babylon. So what that's going to lead to? Your destruction, man. You know? So let's get this in the book of 2 Ezra 16. 2 Ezra 16. Because ultimately, it all go back to your mindset. You know, your ideas. You know, depending on what you intake and receive, that will affect you, man. That will affect your walk. So you believing on things that's contrary to the scripture, you're gonna stand in America here and die, man. Matter of fact, let's get this. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 35. It says, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. And when you go up on this, when you read up on this, it's ultimately talking about destruction, famine, evils to come. So the Lord said, hear these things and understand them. The Lord's giving us a heads up. You know, it says, behold, the word of the Lord, and receive it. Believe not the gods whom the Lord spake. See, so because why? These other gods and these idols come with a different mindset. You believe in Christianity, guess what? You're going to stay here in America, man. Like I said, anything outside is true. It's ultimately going to keep you here in America. You're going to ultimately look back. You know? Because is because you believe the gods that the Lord spake. Those different idols, man, which ultimately is a different mindset, a different walk, which ultimately turns you right back. You thought you were going somewhere, but somehow you took a detour back into America. You know, nigga might say he a hardcore Muslim, a hardcore black unconscious. He got the dashi, he got the kufi. But this nigga he's doing something. He's doing something to continue on in America. He got a goal, but America needs to be here to accomplish it, man. The Lord gonna kill that nigga, man. You know. So let's jump down. Verse 40. It says, "Hear my people. Oh, hear my word. It's like, oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to that battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. See, because we coming in a time of evils, man. That was Lot was getting the heads up that the Lord was going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. And that was when you go into it, that was a sense of urgency when the angels smote them Sodomites with blindness. It was a sense of urgency that came. The angels came to light. You got any more people that need family members, because the Lord told her to destroy this place, man. It was a sense of hastening in that time, because destruction was nigh, man. And the same thing is the same message. Destruction is nigh. It's a sense of urgency. And it says, be as pilgrims upon the earth. Why? Because it's going to get to the point where you ain't going to be no comforts. Ain't going to be nothing to relieve you except this word, man. You ain't going to be able to go to the house and say, yeah, tomorrow, man, I got to. No. Not in the time to come. It said, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away. And he that bow as one that will lose. See? He that occupy merchandise as he that have no profit by it. And he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap. So also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. See? So pretty much, as you can see, out of all this, you putting your time and stock and for your comforts, and you are able to manage and live in this society, it's going to get to the point all those things have to be given up, man. One way, form, or fashion. You got to be able to, because we coming into another phase. We at the end of this chapter of Esau. This is going to be an end of bills, and you seeing goddamn power lines and shit. We in that transition. It's going to fully manifest when you see this thing being broken up. It says, they that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. See? So you got to be prepared for taking L's, man. Losing your children, your wife, family members, man. Because all these things, like I said, we're not leaving this easy, this America with a great substance, man. It says, and therefore they that labor in vain. See? Why? Because ultimately, you worked hard to get a car, but you ain't taking that on a chariot, man. You worked hard to get a house or have certain things or whatever the case may be. Guess what? It's going to be, all these things are going to ultimately be destroyed. That's why I said all the things therein and the words therein going to be burned up. So matter of fact, let's end it off on Genesis, the 19th chapter. We'll wrap it up. Genesis 19. And I'll just get to the point. I might jump down 200. Let me just get to the point, Salakia. This is Genesis 19 and verse 17. It said, and it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, escape for thy life. See? Look not behind thee. And that's what we're doing spiritually now. And it's fully going to manifest when we're going to actually be escaping for our life. But that's when that standard is going to be lifted, man. When we be delivered out of these certain situations. And it said, look not behind thee. Why? Because in the time to come, don't look back to Esau for some fucking relief, man. This nigga to help you, man. Or anything, because, hey, that famine is going to be a real deal breaker, man. That famine is going to play a major part in a lot of people looking back, man. Going to Esau for relief. Because when that food short is going to go hand in hand with that chip, man. And that chip is going to be the bridge for you to continue in this society. For you to continue, to pay your bills, to get gas if it is some left. Or whatever the case may be, buying, selling. Which this is the land of traffic. That's what this system is based off of, buying and selling. You ain't got that, you can't be in this system. It said, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. See? So we fleeing from this place spiritually so we won't be consumed. So matter of fact, let's jump down. Matter of fact. Genesis 19, I start at 23. I started at 22. It said, haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou become thither. Therefore, the name of the city was called Zoar. So guess what? That's here spiritual now. When you read Revelation 7, the destruction cannot come to the servants be sealed, man. You know? So you can see is that mark of exemption on particular spirits that's not going to feel that destruction, man. You know, it said the sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. It said, then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And once again, it's going to happen in this time. Like I said, we are in the days of Noah, but also as well as in the days of Lot, because these very same things are going to take place. It said, and he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. See? So everything these people worked hard and labored and tore for is ultimately going to be rooted up and destroyed, man. It says, but his wife looked back from behind him and she became a pillar of salt. See? Why? Because she was still, those substance was still pulling her. It was still tugging on her. Like somehow when the smoke cleared, you can go back and gather the residue. No, man. The whole land got destroyed. It said even that which grew upon the ground. Yeah, you had plant life, but everything they worked and toiled for, man, it got destroyed. You know, but it said remember Lot's wife, because ultimately if you look back, you're gonna die. So yeah, I just hope to edify. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakah Kudash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. I like to see Shalom to the elect that teaches word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. DTA, Abad Baba. Soon, very soon.